Hey everyone, this is the Noble Artist here, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you guys my brand new Elite Senate Guard. I've been working on this guy for a couple days now. This is one of the Senate Guards from the new Senate Guard Battle Pack. This one here has my new Ray Shield armor design, which is really awesome. And yeah, I'm going to get right into this video. I'm going to have to try to make this under 10 minutes if possible, which we will see. Challenge accepted. Alrighty guys, so this figure actually has 4 different types of blue that I will kind of point out as I go along. It has a mixture of apple barrel paint and tester's paint. I usually get all of my paints at like Michael's or AC Moore. I get mine at Michael's, but there's different places you can get these paints. A lot of people keep asking me where I get them, so that just answers that question for you. And yes, I'm going to get right into this video. I'll show you guys the paint as I go along. There is one little mistake that I didn't make on purpose and I couldn't really correct because the paint just kind of went somewhere where I couldn't get to it. Yes, I will get to that and yeah, get to this video. So anyway, right here I have the boots. This piece right here is painted with a dark blue tester's paint. There's a piece of metal folded over the foot. For my traditional knee pads, I have the centerpiece is my Ray Shield armor. The top half is painted with testers. The bottom half is painted with apple barrel. Those are 2 different blues. You might not be able to see it. There's so much blue going on, it might just blend in on the camera, but that is 2 tones there. Now this right here, because it's a piece of metal and it has another piece of material over top of the metal, this right here, this paint seeped through both layers. And I'm unable to get to it, and I can't correct it. It doesn't look that bad. It's kind of cool. It might be like part of the armor is malfunctioning, or just part of the armor is damaged. So I guess it works for the figure. But yeah, I just couldn't get to it. I couldn't fix it. So instead of making a whole new knee pad, which would have taken me a while because this technique takes a while, I just decided to leave it there. Moving on. Got the centerpiece right here. This is the apple barrel paint with the top part is just marked. I didn't actually use the Ray Shield technique for this, but I used the same color to give it that look. And then here with the ammo belt, have the 2 giant pouches on either side, 2 smaller ones in the middle, kind of giving that a nice, I guess just evened out very nice with this. And then I have the sash. It's not really a bandolier because there is no weapons on it, but it's really nice. And then this side here actually has 3, I guess they're ammo packs, supply packs. You guys can use your imagination. I just put these things on here, and it can be either or. And I don't really like to give it a specific title, because if you do wind up getting this figure, you can use your imagination and use what you want. But they are there. They're painted gray, and I have 2 black dots on each of them, just to give it some more detail. And then I have part of that Ray Shield armor up top here, and that is a piece of metal that I painted it up, outlined that with a little bit of more blue, and I think that looks really nice for the whole chest area. And then moving on to the side, this is basically the same armor that I normally do. Got the gauntlet, the shoulder pad, the elbow pad, like the traditional armor they have. Only the difference is that these 2 are the Ray Shield armor. Now when I say that, it's a piece of metal and another piece of fabric, or not fabric, but another piece of material over top of that. It's quite a process to make it, and it kind of takes some time. So it's not just a piece of yellow metal painted. There's actually more to it than that. So it's kind of hard to put it everywhere. That's why I only chose to put it in these 2 spots on the arm. Of course, there's the elbow pad right there. The other side is exactly the same with that armor. Now I did make these shoulder pads a little bit different. You have a different angle to them. They're kind of flat at the bottom and they kind of round at the top. And they are bigger than my normal shoulder pads. I like to switch it up once in a while with my armor. I don't want to use the exact same thing for every single one. So I really do like the way that this armor turned out with this shoulder pad. And it's big enough that it really displays this Ray Shield armor quite nicely. So yes, that is the arms for the figure. Now, I don't really do capes that much, but when I do capes, they look like this. I normally do commas and pauldrons and smaller pieces of fabric, and I haven't honestly made a full cape in quite some time. I'm still learning how to do full capes. I did some of my samurais and stuff like that, but it's been a while since I've been working with fabric on this scale, but I do really enjoy the way this one turned out. I like the shape of it. Kind of has these broad shoulders on it, and then I have these other little pieces of strips of fabric. They kind of give it some technique and texture, which I really do like the way this turned out. This can also be removed. I will get to that very shortly. Moving on to the helmet of the figure, he does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think he has 5 different colors on his helmet. Now, this here is the tester or the apple barrel paint, and these 2 cheek pieces right here, as well as back in that cavity. You can see that there's a color difference, obviously, between the actual plastic of the helmet and then the paint right there. But I did paint this little sliver of his visor up here with the dark blue, the same blue that I used down here, and then for this piece right here on the arm, and then of course the top of the ammo packs. I used that to go around that visor, and then I just accented this piece. It stands out on its own. It's kind of it raised up a little bit, so I just outlined the edges of it, and then went around the front bottom part of the visor all the way around. I don't know how these 2 little dots of silver got there. I will clean those up. So yes, I just accented that, and then these 2 lines of silver. That's probably how that silver got on that side. 2 strips of silver. And then moving up, you can see where those silver strips continue as they're actually gray, 2 little gray lines right there. And then, of course, the fin itself is the darker blue. And then I have 2 more pieces of the ratioed armor. Now, this is actually a piece of metal, and then that other material over it, and then it's colored yellow. So he has in total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces of ratioed armor on this figure. Taking off the helmet, he has a normal clone head. This is the head that it came with. And then trying to take his head off, if he'll let me. His head is so hard to get off. He does have the neck guard on his head. And then you can see the cape does remove from the figure. It makes it easier to play with and whatnot. And then for the back, he has 2 more pieces of this, or 2 more pouches. Sorry. 2 more pouches on either side. The thermal detonator here in the middle, which is really awesome. And then these 2 pieces continue around to the front, these 2 sashes. Now the 4th blue color that I was mentioning, I'm not sure if you can see it that well right here. It's one of my blue testers, and the way it worked with this is kind of different because it kind of soaked into this fabric, and because it's blue on blue, it's really subtle, but it does wrap all the way around this pauldron. This comma. So this comma is outlined with this type of blue, but you can't really see it unless the light is kind of reflecting off of it. You can see it better in person, but it does add a little subtle detail, which is really nice for the figure. So we will put him back together, and then I will show you his weapon. Now a lot of these guys have, it's either like a spear or a pike, or a lot of times it's just a silver stick. It looks really funky. But I decided to kind of combine a couple of those weapons together with this staff here. It has a vibroblade blade on the end of it. It's like an axe blade. And then he has this really nice textured silver and black pattern going all the way up the weapon, which I think adds a lot of really cool detail to it. Kind of gives it one of those really cool, like a Star Wars-y kind of design. And then the top, this is actually spiraled metal. You can see it better in person again because I think all the silver is just going to be blended in. I'm not sure if you can see how it spirals. But there's also a barrel on the end of this. So he can swing it like an axe. And then it has a gun in the front of it. Now that may be weird, but a lot of Star Wars weapons are actually like that. They have these long stick gun things. I'm not too sure what the name of it is. I can actually get you in Wikipedia this weapon, or just the Senate Guard weapons and whatnot. But it works, trust me, that's what they use. So yes, very awesome weapon. Fits in his hand very nicely. I had to flatten this fabric for the handle, so it does have a nice grip. It goes in just as easy as that, and then it won't fall off. I can probably actually hold the whole thing up with it in his hand. So yes, it is very sturdy. It's not going to go anywhere. So yeah, guys and girls, whoever's watching, that is my Elite Senate Guard. If you like this video, please hitchhike it. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know what else you guys want me to make. Let me know what you think of this figure. Please hit this subscribe button up in this corner. It would help me out a whole lot. And then don't forget, if you're the first person to leave a comment on one of my videos, then you'll get a shout out right up in here. If you have content on your video, I will put a link to your channel. Just helping you guys out because you helped me out so much. And I do really appreciate all of the comments and all the support that you give me. It does, it goes a long way. So this figure I will be putting on eBay. I don't really know. It's probably going to be, I mean, this is a really awesome figure. It took me a while, but it's probably going to be on the cheaper side of my Legos. And then don't forget, I don't know if it's over yet, but my Commando I will be putting on eBay. I think it might have a couple days left actually. And then I may or may not relist my Heavy Gunner. This figure is really awesome. I put it at 75 because it's worth more than that, but that's just what I felt comfortable giving it away for. And it didn't sell the first time, and I might actually keep it because it is so awesome that I might actually keep this figure. But if someone wants it, just send me a PM and we can talk about it. And also, my Heavy Gunner contest is coming out soon, guys. I know people keep asking me about it, but I'm kind of in a time crunch with a couple things, and it's kind of hard to I don't want to start the contest and not be around to finish it. There's just things with, it's coming up to the end of the month, and I got a lot of stuff going on. My brother's getting back into the country, and there's a chance I might go to a summer camp, getting a new roommate. My old roommate is leaving. He's been my best friend and roommate for like 2 years. So it's kind of a lot going on. But I will get the contest out. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be epic. And you guys are going to have a lot of fun with that. So just stay tuned. It is going to be a Heavy Gunner contest. So heck, you guys can go ahead and just get started on it if you want. I won't have too many rules. It's more or less going to be a Heavy Gunner clone contest or Star Wars figure. So you guys can just go off of that. And then I will be very lenient with the rules if I do change them. So once again, guys, thanks for watching so much. Just in case you were curious, this is the before I did anything to it, minus the white, because I didn't use this type of, I used the other one with no pattern. It looked like this beforehand, and now it looks like this. So this is the blurry before and after. I will get a better before and after picture on my Flickr. Oh yeah, one quick thing. We had a really bad storm yesterday, and my computer charger cord got fried. It actually got, I'm not sure if it caught on fire, but part of the cable itself broke in half, and char marks and stuff. It was bad, but my computer is basically dead. I have like half a charge on it, so I won't be able to do a lot of stuff for a couple days until I can figure out how to get a new cord. So I will probably I'm actually going to go to the library on campus to upload this video because I can on my computer. So if you don't hear from me in a couple days, it's probably because I'm just having a hard time trying to get over there and use their computers for stuff, because all my stuff is on my computer. So yeah, alrighty, thanks for watching. God bless. Y'all have a wonderful day. If you do make some cool customs, if you ever made a Senate Guard, please let me know down below in the description. I will go check it out because I like watching your guys' videos because I think they're pretty cool. Alrighty, bye.